Welcome. Have you ever experienced anything that you find it difficult to forget? Was it an exciting experience or was it a horrible experience? What if you are asked to relate the experience, especially in a written form? How would you go about it? That takes us to the lesson of today, narrative essay. In today's lesson, we are going to find out the meaning of a narrative essay. We also discuss the features of a narrative essay. We deal with 7 features of a narrative essay. And then we'll round off this lesson with 12 step-by-step guides, thorough guides on how to write a standard narrative essay for any purpose. Are you ready? Remember to subscribe to this channel so that you will always have access to my videos. Now let us start. What is a narrative essay? A narrative essay is a sustained piece of writing on a given topic. It tells a story. It could be an event. It could be an incident that took place. It could be an experience. And when doing so, we make sure that the events are arranged in a sequential order, the order in which it happened. Such an event or experience could be real, it could be imaginary in the case of a narrative essay. Now, what is the purpose of writing a story? Why do we write a story? Well, we write a story for at least three reasons. One, we write a story to entertain. We can write a story to entertain. Two, we can write a story to inform. We can write a story to teach a lesson. These are some of the key important reasons why we write a story. There are other reasons anyway. But then, what are the features of a narrative essay? Let us look at 7 features of a narrative essay. 1, a narrative essay tells a story. It is a story, it relays an event, it relays an experience, it relays an incident. But we said that this story could be real, it could also be imaginary. Feature number 2, there must be characters in narrative essay. There must be people, players in the event. People that did what? People that did one or two things. It could also involve animals and other things could be involved in the story. So there must be characters, especially people and animals. Then a narrative essay must contain setting. What is setting? That is the place and time of the event that took place. Where did it take place, and when did it take place? So that's why we have place setting and time setting. We also have plots. So what is plot? The plot is the storyline, the arrangement of the events in the story. The arrangement of the events, one leading to the other until you get to the end of the story. That is the plot, the storyline. Another important feature of a narrative essay is conflicts. A narrative essay must have conflict. What is conflict? The struggle that faces the characters in the story. So the conflict has to do with the struggle that faces the characters in the story. So the story is about how these characters pass through these struggles, how they face these struggles, how they struggle to overcome these challenges. That is just the story. From the beginning of the story, you see the conflict. and as they struggle, continue to struggle with this, it could be that a character is trying to escape assassination. It could be that a character is trying to pull out, or let's say break away from poverty. It is the conflict that creates the room for the story. If there's no conflict, you can't have a story. So it's the conflict that creates the room for this story that we are to tell. Every narrative essay must have structure. That is another feature of a narrative essay. Structure and arrangement. For instance, you you have to arrange your story from heading to introduction to the body, then to climax, and then the conclusion of the story. So there must be a structure, a proper arrangement of the story as you write it. And then the seventh feature of a narrative essay that we are considering is that it has a theme. Your story must have a theme, a central theme. The theme is usually the message or lesson we learn from a story. We normally have a central message or theme in a story, and then we have other messages, other themes, other lessons we can learn from a story. Now, let us consider the 12 step-by-step guide on how to write a standard narrative essay. The first thing you need to do to write a narrative essay is to plan your writing. Do brainstorm. Okay, brainstorm. When you brainstorm, this instance we are going to have two stages in the writing process. We have the pre-writing stage and the writing stage. Now let's look at the writing in the pre-writing stage. In the pre-writing stage, you are going to choose a suitable topic for the essay. Be that let's say your topic could be the day I got lost in the market. In some cases, in an exam setting, a topic will already be given to you. So you now see how to develop the topic. You brainstorm on how to develop the topic, and in such a case, that topic is going to be an imagined story. Okay, let's take step 2. Identify the purpose of the essay. We just said that sometimes you can write an essay, you can tell a story to teach a lesson, you can tell a story to inform people, you can tell a story to sensitize people or to entertain. So what is the purpose of the story you are writing? So you need to identify the purpose of the story you are writing. If you are writing a story, for instance, to teach obedience, then all the events will revolve around that topic, which is obedience, the need to have for us to be obedient. So that is going to be the lesson that the story is going to teach. Are they policemen, criminals, and so on and so forth? So choose the characters, and after choosing the characters, you will need to differentiate one character from the other. That is characterization. You give qualities to each of the characters. One character could be talking in a particular way, one character could be a liar, one character could be a thief, one character could be a kind person, one character could be a weak. You give qualities to each of the characters to differentiate them from the other. Step 4, establish the setting clearly. Establish the setting clearly, both the place setting and the time setting. Where did the story take place? And when did it take place? We that the story is set in a village school during a rainy season. Okay? Maybe 20 years ago or 10 years ago. So you now have the place setting and then time setting. Step number 5, prepare an outline. We are still in the pre-writing stage. Prepare an outline. So once all these things we are talking about, they are the things that will help you to brainstorm, choosing the characters, identifying the purpose of the essay, trying to choose a suitable title, or trying to see how you can develop the title. You are brainstorming. So as you brainstorm, you now make sure that you write an outline. Just get a rough paper, think about all these things, write them down. Write them down. The characters, write them down. Their names, write them down. The qualities of the characters, write them down. When you do so, and then the lesson you have to teach in the story, write it down. When you do so, you are developing an outline that will help you to develop a very good narrative essay. And that will now take us to step number 6. Write an interesting introduction. So at this point, we have come to the writing stage now. So this is the second stage of the essay, of the essay, the writing stage. So write an interesting introduction. For example, you can say, I never imagined that a simple journey would change my life forever. As if we are talking about the story that has to do with your experience, how the day I got lost in the market. This can be the introductory aspect of the story. Step number 7, develop the body paragraphs. How do you go about the body paragraphs? You can split the idea into various points. Split the events into various points. Okay? The events, try to identify, separate one event from the other, and then try to see how you can link them together. How did one event lead to another? Okay, so in paragraph 1, let's say you talk a paragraph after the introduction, then you can feature a brief event there. Paragraph 2, talk about another event. Paragraph 3, talk about another event. Or maybe you are talking about 2 events in one paragraph, no problem, until you get to the climax and then the conclusion. Now let's look at step number 8. Use descriptive language. For instance, use adjectives to describe people, describe objects, describe places. Use verbs to describe actions, and use adjectives and let's say figures of speech to describe emotions, feelings. So in our description, or in your description, you ensure that you describe people, you describe objects, you describe places, you describe feelings, you also describe actions. Okay, now let's look at step number 9. Include dialogue. Yes, there needs to be dialogue. Dialogue will make the essay to be lively and realistic. For instance, instead of saying that my brother shouted to me to run quickly, you can simply say, you can simply arrange it, write it you can simply say, run quickly, shouted my brother. That will make make the story to be more exciting. And that takes us to step number 10. Step number 10, build suspense toward the climax. We said at the initial stage that there need to be conflict, but that conflict does not need to be resolved immediately, because once the conflict is resolved, that ends the story. So you have to sustain the conflict. So as you sustain the conflict, you build anticipation, you build curiosity, of the reader. So that is suspense until you get to the climax, where the conflict will be resolved. Then that takes us to step 11. End the essay with a good conclusion. So depending on the message you want to pass across, for instance, if it's a lesson you are passing across on how to be obedient to parents, you can simply say, I learned never to ignore parents' instructions. Okay, so by that, that could be the last statement in the essay. And then that takes us to step number 12. Revise and edit the essay carefully. The essence of this is to correct all errors, necessary grammatical errors. When you correct grammatical errors before you submit, but after that, because you need to go through what you have written. After going through it, you make sure that all errors are corrected. After correcting it, you now submit. So that takes us to the end of this lesson. See you in our next lesson.